That means peace. Forgive me, I'm at the plantation, so it's going to be a little loud in the background. But as you can see by the title, 8-year-old student charged with sexual harassment for not saying they. Now you can understand what I'm getting at. This whole alphabet thing, alphabet community, which I'm not a part of, don't condone, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Just at the point where, I mean, just it's like you're not being forced to say it or to do something, but then you're stripped of your own rights and your privileges. I mean, it's at the point where even Esau is charging Esau with crimes because they're so wicked in their legislation and their laws that they create, you know. But matter of fact, before I bring out the precept I want to bring out, and I'm going to play at the end of my monologue, I'm going to play the video of a news station that actually interviewed the young boy and his mother. It's an Edomite boy at that, but nonetheless, though, if they doing this to an Edomite boy who wants to be a lawyer, imagine what they do to us. This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees in the right grievousness which they have prescribed. And that goes back to these adolescent, not even a teenager, being charged with sexual harassment for not using the pronoun they because a female student is binary, non-binary. So meaning that I'm asexual, whatever. Man, this is getting out of hand. But I'm going to bring out one precept because going back to 1 Corinthians 14 and 33, the scripture clearly says that God is not the author of confusion. And it's confusing. Like, you'll have incidents like the Sandy Hook shooting and the shooting that just happened in Buffalo, the massacre, right? And people be quick to pray and say God this and God that. But which God are you talking about? You can't be talking about the God of the Bible that you came here with the Bible and forced upon our people, but didn't tell us who we truly were, but indoctrinated us with your own doctrine. What power are you praying to? Anyhow, close our precept. Matthew 19 and 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? Matthew 19 and 4. And he answered and said unto him, Have ye not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female, and said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother. You hear that? And shall cleave to his wife. Did you hear that? And they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh, i.e., produce a child. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. That's self-explanatory. That being said, peers, edified and fed, stay around and watch the rest of the video. Shalom.
It's pretty hard to believe. 3 Wisconsin middle school boys are being accused of sexual harassment. So what are the specific charges? Using the wrong pronouns, I kid you not. Now, here's what reportedly happened. In March, a student decided to start going by they, them. Okay. In April, the accused boys got into some verbal, argument over the whole issue. Well, the mother of one of the boys said the student was screaming at one of them to use proper pronouns, calling him a profanity. My son came up defending him, saying he doesn't have to use their pronouns. It's his constitutional right. The school then filed a Title IX complaint against all the boys involved. Here exclusively is 13-year-old Braden Rabideau and his mother, Rose, and Luke Berg, deputy counsel for the Wisconsin Institute for Law and Liberty. Braden, how did this fight happen?
So there was a student in my music class that came out as non-binary and chose they, them as pronouns. The pronouns were extremely confusing to me, so I spoke to my mother, who said to call her by name. I tried to do that, but I accidentally slipped up and used the wrong pronouns, And before I knew it, I was slapped with a letter that said that I was accused with sexual harassment.
Oh my. Rose.